Advocates for the homeless want Chicago residents to know they could have a role in dealing with the problem in the form of a referendum.
But some property owners are pushing back on the proposed tax increase on 6- and 7-figure real estate sales. WGN's Andrea Medina is live on the north side with details. Andrea.
Hi, Mike and Jackie. With the tax hike, the Bring Chicago Home campaign calls for creating a permanent funding source to help the thousands of Chicagoans who are unhoused. In 2 months, voters will get a chance to decide if the city should implement new tax rates. Now, those who disagree say that the referendum question is not valid.
Bring Chicago Home, we're talking to voters about a homelessness program.
On Sunday afternoon, volunteers with the 50th Ward United Working Families bundled up and went door to door along Maplewood Avenue on the northwest side to inform Chicagoans of the Bring Home Chicago movement. It's a referendum question aimed at serving Chicago's houseless population by taxing high-end property sales.
We're human beings, and when we see people out on the street and it's 20 degrees outside, and that's not right.
Rami Faraj is a Chicago Public Schools teacher who says there's at least 10,000 students who don't know where they'll be sleeping each night. To him, it was an easy decision to get behind the movement.
Our city has the means to do something about it, and it's about time we do.
The referendum question will appear on the March 19th ballot, asking voters if they want to give council members the power to increase the transfer tax on 6-figure property sales to help fund long-term financial support to combat homelessness.
Those that are sold for over $1 million will be taxed at a slightly higher rate, and that will allow us to house these 60,000 houseless people.
This is a huge, momentous opportunity to actually just vote and say this is something the city of Chicago cares about and to put it into place.
Right now, property buyers pay a one-time flat tax of 0.75% of sales. If the referendum passes, property sales under $1 million would decrease and be taxed 0.6%. But property sales between $1 million and $1.5 million would be taxed at 2%. Property sales more than $1.5 million would be taxed at 3%.
Over 90% of Chicagoans will not feel this.
The goal of the referendum is to raise money. They're certainly raising a lot of money on transactions over $1 million. They try to raise a lot of money on transactions over 1.5. But if their goal is to raise money, why are they giving a tax break for transactions under $1 million? And there's only one reason why. It's to confuse the voters. It's called log rolling, and it's not legal.
That's why groups like the Neighborhood Building Owners Alliance have filed a lawsuit to prevent the question from appearing on the ballot and not let the city from raising taxes on larger transactions.
Don't throw an obstacle at small investors and mid-sized investors who are the key to providing affordable housing in the city. To put a substantial tax on us goes completely the wrong way.
Michael Glasser understands it's a noble goal to address the issue of homelessness, but hopes they can be included in the conversation of creating a comprehensive plan instead of being taxed for it. But anti-homelessness supporters believe the tax hike is a necessary step to help change the lives of the most vulnerable. The tax could bring about $100 million in revenue, which will go to services and programs that address homelessness. We're live on the north side. Andrea Medina, WGN News.